Hello, hello, everyone. I am back in the office this morning, and I'm here to do a fantastic update here on Lumens. And I'll be doing a few more throughout the day to kind of get our week started here. It's Monday morning. It's about 10:24 in the morning here, and yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into it. But before I get started, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This market is extremely risky. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and this is just my opinion on the market. You either love me or you hate me, and yeah, I guess it's okay either way. I don't really care. Okay, so looking here at Lumens, we did a video back when it was probably around here on the 19th or so. I don't know exactly what day it was, but we were basically talking about us pushing down below this 50, which that told me we're probably going to go down to the 618. All right, so we came down to the 618, and I was talking about my entries. And if you're on the Discord, you know that my entries, I was looking at 762, 752, 742 to scale into a position. I had no position on Lumens at the time. I talked about that specifically on the video that 762 is where I was looking. And we went down to, I want to say it was like 760 or 759. There's a 761 there, 763. Yeah, so it looks like 761 was the low, at least on Binance. Likely other exchanges probably had similar. But at any rate, we went and touched that first buy that I had, and then we had a nice spring off of it. And I liquidated my position around 835 Satoshi. So right now I'm back not in a position. But what I'm seeing here, and I just want to kind of point this out, we're on a 3-hour chart. We're on a 3-hour chart, and I'm just going to kind of drill in here and take a look at this, knowing that this is the 382, this is the 50, and this is the 618. So we had a nice bounce off of the 618 down here. So right down here, we had a nice bounce off the 618, and then we had a bounce off of the 382. So we haven't closed above that yet. So, I'm actually under the impression that we're probably going to go back down to that same buy entry that we had previously. So I think there's going to be another opportunity to get here at 762 or lower. I'm not going to have another buy at 762, just for the record. I'm going to, which I have also removed the bids that I have. So right now I've got no bids on Lumens right now, but if I decide to put them back on there, I'm not going to put them at 762. I'll probably put it at 740 to 750. Just based on this. But it is possible that we come all the way down here to 710. So I'm just going to kind of wait it out. I'm not sure that I want to buy if we come down here to 710, honestly, because right here I would expect this, which is about 740. I would expect this to be pretty significant support, and if it doesn't hold that, then I don't have a whole lot of really good vibes on Lumens. But if we can, fill some bids here at 740 to 750 and get a good bounce here, again, I'm not really interested in buying down here at 709, 710. I'm not interested in buying down here. I'm interested in buying where this cluster is. So we've got a good cluster right here, and that's where we had our support over here. That's where that support came from. That and the fact that it was the 618. So getting that bounce there the first time is good, but if it comes back down for a second time, yeah, it might bounce again, but I'm not going to gamble based on that. This trade, in my opinion, already played out. So that trade has played out, and I'm not going to buy into any green candles unless we can break above like 850 or 860. So this is where my next area of resistance is. So if we can, have a nice bounce here, flip that, then I think that would be a good entry. If we can push up, close, 1, 2, 3 hour candle above 860, come back and retest it, that is where I would be interested in taking another position. But right now, I'm going to kind of wait for an entry to come in right down here, and then I will take that trade. But if we close below 740, I'm likely going to stop out of that trade. I'm not interested in staying in a trade of Lumens below 740. If an hourly or 2-hour or 3-hour candle closes below 740, I'm out. I'm out on the first sign that a candle closes down there. I'm out. And if we get down to 710, so for instance, if it's a little bit like this candle right here where you don't have the time to react, I'll stop out at 710. That's just my trade strategy for that. So again, I'm interested in buying a retest of 860. I'm interested in buying 740 to 750. I'm not interested in buying 762. Um, and I am interested in stopping out at 710, or if I can, if the market allows me, I'll stop out at 740 or below. If we close an hourly, a 2-hour or a 3-hour candle, I guess more importantly, it would be the hourly candle below 740, I'd be interested in exiting this position. Not that I'm saying it's going to come back down here to 640, but I'm more interested in in being in a good profitable trade rather than getting into the trade here at 740 to 750 and then allowing it to just consolidate down here at 680 to 700. I don't want to be in a trade where I entered up here and the price is consolidating down here. So I'd much rather get out of the position and wait for a better trade setup. So right now the trade setup is down, up, right? Or we get this where we go up, down, up. Okay, so you're either going to buy in down here or you're going to buy in right here. I would not be interested in buying at this area right here. All of these moving averages are too close together for my comfort, and it's just it's not looking too good. If I go down to the 1-hour chart, we can see that the 21 and the 55 are trying to cross bearish, and then we had a good reaction off of it. But I mean, we're really not talking about significant profits there. And the 21 is starting to come back down to the 55. We are trading below the 55 on the hourly chart. So it wouldn't surprise me for this 21 to continue moving down while this 55 just continues moving, and then we're finally going to end up getting that cross that we tried to get earlier today. So I do believe that we are going to have some more downside. And maybe it stops down here at like 790 or so. Still not interested in buying down there unless we come down here, we get a bounce, and then we come back up here. I might be interested in buying 800, but buying 800 and selling 850, that trade is gone. So it's all risky at this point buying Lumens at the current price that it is. And again, really, you really want to get a move up above this high over here. You want to get a move above 850, close the hourly above 850, preferably up to 860 or 865, then buy the retest of 850. That would be the trade that I would be interested in taking if we are moving to the upside. If we move to the downside, I already talked about it. I'm interested in buying at 740, 750, and then stopping out if we close that hourly below 740. Your risk that you're exposing yourself to is much lower because your stop loss is so tight, and people don't like tight stops, but that's the trade, right? That's the trade setup. So set your bids at 740 to 750, and then if the hourly closes below 740, I'd be interested in just getting out. Sure, the market might come back to you. The market might come back to, to a profitable zone for you, but at that point, that trade setup is no longer valid. All right, so that's 6-7 minutes on Lumens versus Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Lumens versus Tether. And actually, I haven't even looked at this chart, so this is going to be new for me too here. So let's take a look at this on the Binance chart. A lot more liquidity there. So this looks a little bit like a double bottom here, which is good. So Lumens versus Tether. Yeah, the hourly is showing that it does want to pull back a bit. So it wouldn't surprise me if Lumens came back down here to 0.0565 or so. So this area right here is likely where I would be interested in pulling into a trade on Lumens versus Tether. And let's just take a look at this here. If we're looking at this from an impulse, yeah, on the hourly, we're getting stopped here at the 100 exponential. We got stopped twice there. It wouldn't surprise me if we come back down. Yeah, that's right on the 50. That is perfect. That would be perfect for us to come down to 0.0563 or so. So it wouldn't surprise me, again, for us to, as we've come up here, we come down, up, and then come back down here into this area. This is where I would be interested in buying. Stopping out just on the other side of the 618. So it's possible we come down here to the 618, which is at 0.0555. So putting that stop loss somewhere around 0.055, 5.5 cents or so, that would be an interesting area to manage your risk. And I guess the strategy for this would be to put in a bid at the 0.5 retrace, put in a bid at the 618, and then stopping out on the other side of the 65. And I don't have the 65 on this. So let's just add this real quick here and see what this actually looks like. All right, I don't have it on here, so let's just put it on. All right, so there's the 65, which is at, let me zoom in. It does look like we are going to be pulling back here very, very soon on lumens. Yeah, so 0.05533. So I would put that stop just on the other side of this. If you are looking to enter into a long position, scale in to get your average entry right here, and then put your stop loss, somewhere around here, wherever is more comfortable for you. That's 1.3% loss. And then let's move this over here, pull this in. And then my target for this would be about 6 or 6.1 cents. So you're looking at about 10% gain at that point at this entry. If the market allows you to get that entry down here at 555. So if you get 0.0555 on lumens versus tether, this would be an interesting entry. And of course, if you don't put in the bid at 0.0563 and you only put the bid at 0.0555, then your risk is smaller and your reward is a little bit bigger. But then, of course, you take the risk of not getting filled. So that's why I like to layer in bids there. So that would be my interesting trade on lumens versus tether. And this would also support, just for the record, if lumens versus tether does come down to 740 or 750, then that would support a potential move down here. Now, if this goes up more, right? So if we continue moving up, I wouldn't take that trade unless we can start closing above 6.1 cents. So 6.1 cents is going to be pretty interesting resistance on lumens. It wouldn't surprise me to get rejected there. I'm looking at the hourly Stokes right now in lumens versus tether, and it looks like it is, it's overbought. A pullback is likely, and for it to come down, I would be interested in buying the next dip on lumens versus tether. Just because the 3-hour looks pretty good, it just crossed up. The 12-hour is also moving in the upwards direction. That doesn't mean it has to continue moving that way. It just means that the probability is that it's going to keep moving up, but the hourly does look like it wants to either consolidate or move down here and retrace down to where this entry is. So I'll go ahead and keep this updated throughout the week. Maybe every other day I'll do an update on lumens unless I get some requests on the Discord, which, by the way, if you would like an invite to the Discord, just throw in a comment. I'll get you an invite. No worries there. It doesn't cost anything. You're just trying to keep down on the spam accounts and such. But yeah, so that's what I've got. And if you have any questions, feel free to hop in the Discord and ask me. If there's anything you'd like for me to take a look at, just go ahead and throw in a comment or pop in the Discord and I can take a look at something for you. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a great day, and I will catch you all later.